Hello and welcome to the Bel-E Scratch Podcast. I'm your host, Bel-E.
Pardon me. And I am your co-host, Scratch.
Yep. And today, I've got a story.
Don't hurt yourself.
Hey, actually I did, but I didn't.
Well, that's fantastic.
Oh, you know what all this is about.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I had some notes that I had taken prior to this particular discovery, and I'd like to share them with you.
Uh-huh. What are the notes? Or are you just being an ass?
Excuse me. I don't note what you're talking about.
Huh. Oh, I'm sure. Alright, so I'm probably going to title the video podcast, whatever you want to call it.
Video this, man.
Yeah. So, I got into a car wreck.
Ooh.
I think it's classified as a bad car wreck, but I honestly don't know. It's my first one.
Well, statistically, everybody gets one.
Yeah,
All
no.
right.
No, what I mean is, it's not that, it's not the fact that I was just in a car wreck for the sake of being in a car wreck.
No, you were not.
But,
there are fender benders. You were not in a fender.
No, this was
bender.
not a fender. No, this was like, this is like 5 steps above a fender bender.
Mechanism-wise, it is considered deadly more often than not.
Oh yeah, what I mean is that I'm not trying to stall. I'm just trying to justify the fact that I basically walked away from a pretty apparently, bad car wreck, and I've just been going about the past 2 weeks since then. I've just been going like, oh, it's okay, I'm all right, just continue, I'm okay.
And everybody's like, why is she dancing without any music?
Oh yeah. The past 2 weeks since the car wreck, everyone's been going like, oh my god, are you okay? You hurt? Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm just going like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trucking along like nothing's wrong, because apparently that's part of my coping mechanism.
Yes.
Bleh.
Yes. It is a coping mechanism to there's a very dysfunctional one that keeps you from being well, you can develop some mental trauma along the way, or something like that. It's your adrenaline to get you through the initial rush of it, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my god,
something terrible happened to me.
Something that could have taken me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
So it's just
Party foul.
No, I would know.
Oh yeah, you're the kind of the expert. Like I said, I'm not trying to stall. I'm basically just pardon me while I find some kind of cloth. I accidentally spilt my drink.
When you're involved in a head-on collision.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that under any circumstances to walk away from it is always a good thing. I can tell you from my years of experience, almost 20 years as an ER trauma nurse, having sent many a person to the morgue after a situation like that.
It's just not good.
It usually doesn't turn out well. I mean, types of head-ons. There's T-bones that hitting things from the side and rear-ending things, but
head-on collisions, those are especially bad.
So you were like leaving work.
Yeah, basically, typically most people who are starting out with podcasts or YouTube or anything like that, as you know, they have a day job.
Yeah.
Or they have to have something to fund their normal lives, get food, pay bills, all that stuff.
Food's important.
Oh, yeah. A little bit. Wish it wasn't, but whatever. Yeah. And, everything's falling down today. So what ended up happening was I was going from work to somewhere else. I don't want to give names of the place. I don't want to give an exact address where I was.
No.
But basically, I was going from where I worked to kind of it's not a club per se. It's more like agricultural hall. And even then, basically, it's just kind of this space that's rented out to, like, indie bands, roller discos, whatever. You give them money, they'll let you have the space. Those types of places.
Sure.
And I was like, hey, they're having, like, like an independent store market, kind of local vendors, food and all that. I might get a snack, maybe some dinner, see some people, like, do, perform.
Yeah.
Local musicians and local, talented people.
Spend local.
Yeah, spend local.
Yeah.
I try to do that when I can. Not trying to, be a jerk about it.
Absolutely.
I just try. Especially in these trying times. So,
How
as
trying
I'm...
of you.
And here's the thing. This place is like 15 minutes away from where I work. And, I'm halfway there. And I'm basically in a spot where there's not a lot of known landmarks, except for, like, a U-Haul place and a trailer park right next to it. So nothing really substantial in terms of a landmark, which that comes into the plot later.
Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find levity in our trauma.
Oh, yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, that's basically half my job. So initially, this is kind of like a 2-lane highway. 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other. I don't know what the official name of it is. I'm not a road worker.
4-lane.
4-lane. Okay, a 4-lane. 2 lanes going. You better not be screwing with me.
No.
All right. 2 lanes going one way, 2 lanes going the other way. 4-lane or whatever. And I come across this fork where, to go straight, quote unquote, straight is to keep going is to go to the left. Meanwhile, on the right side of this fork, those guys have a stop sign in order to get onto this 4-lane highway in the backwoods.
Right.
So initially, I'm in the left-hand lane, or I'm in the right-hand lane, and I signal to be in the left-hand lane. I'm now in the left-hand lane. This is important because where I'm going, it basically cuts off a certain way. You got to get into the left-hand lane anyway. So,
you guys are taking notes, right?
Oh, yeah. And so as I'm getting into the left-hand lane at this fork, I notice that the dude at the stop sign, initially what I thought he was doing was, I thought he was doing that thing where some people, they kind of stop and go, like they're trying to needle their way into traffic from where they are. I'm sure everyone has encountered this person.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're basically trying to ease their way into traffic.
Their attitudes, they're not going to hit me.
Yeah, they're not going to hit me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. How about that? They ain't going to hit me. Yeah, how about that, you stumps? Oh.
Weren't playing chicken either.
Oh, no.
I was like, dude, there's a car in the road.
Yeah. So I thought he was doing that thing where you're trying to basically ease your way into the lane because you think you're not going to get hit because you're in a car or whatever. So I start slowing down, because I'm just like, what are you doing, dude? Just get into the lane. There's a margin,
Yeah.
There's a gap.
Yeah.
Just go to the gap.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. It's right there. I'm right next to it. Except
opportunity.
Yeah. Except that's not what happened.
No.
Not at all. Because he finally gets out, like he's going to the median, like I said, except I realize, hey, wait a minute. This guy is in front of me, and he's coming right at me.
He's coming right.
He is straight up coming right at me. And, split second survival, fight or flight, whatever you want to call it, decision. I'm going from the standard, 1 foot on the gas or the brake in this instant, and 2 hands on the wheel. And I immediately retract all of my bodily appendages into the crash position, that they teach you when you go on airplanes.
Absolutely.
And...
cover up?
Yeah, I don't know if that was the best decision, but it was better than just stiff-legging it and taking it like a man, or whatever you want to call it. Taking it head on.
It's usually the soon-to-be dead person position.
Yeah.
You got to get limber in those types of situations. I can tell you from my observation over the years, those types of accidents usually, unfortunately, a dose of reality. We all have enough of it. It's just what you got to watch out for. Drinking and driving is a bad, bad, bad thing. And I've taken care of people who, it's the person that goes limp that usually lives through the car accident. I can tell you from...
bizarrely enough.
I don't want to go into too much right now, but...
Yeah, not this podcast.
No.
The later one, yeah. You can break down the nitty-gritties of that if you want.
I've earned my stripes, buddy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you. But yeah, go limp.
Yeah,
Get that foot up.
Yeah.
Bend that knee. Because you leave that foot on that brake pedal, buddy. You might not make it home with the foot. Oh, well, you might make it home with that foot, but it'd be in a jar.
Yeah. So, essentially...
That's not funny.
You're laughing anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, this is what we do. We laugh at the trauma because we can't do anything other than that.
Well, you don't want to tune in here to hear everybody.
Nah, there's other places for that. We don't do that here.
No.
So basically, I kind of curl up in a ball.
Excellent.
Like, just put my hands up, curl my legs in, like in a fetal crash position almost, because he's gonna hit me. I knew that immediately for some reason. So, how in movies and TV there's like a screech to like this metallic crash whenever there's a car accident.
Crunchy.
Yeah, some kind of crunchy metallic or something like that. For me, it wasn't loud at all. It wasn't loud. It was more like a medium sounding thump.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't metallic, it was just a thump. So, that tells me, well, for one, we were going like, I don't know, I was going like 30, 35, I don't remember what he was doing. This is a back road, it's not on a major highway, thank God. And I don't remember any sort of screeching.
I don't know. That road was very heavily traveled at certain times of the day.
Oh, no.
Rush hour, it's busy.
Oh, yeah. It was
So, it's
very
kind of
busy.
like a medium, but it's still a very major thoroughfare, however.
No, it was rush hour by this point. But it was...
It's not like you guys were driving past fields of kudzu and, oh, hey, there's Uncle Jed's tin barn over there.
No, it wasn't that backwoods.
No, it wasn't that back road.
No, it wasn't that far out. But the thing is, I don't remember any sort of screeching to a halt, which, I was already going pretty slow.
Nobody was applying a brake.
Yeah, he didn't apply the brakes.
So...
I was going as slow as possible, but I retracted everything to prepare for a crash. He didn't even try to stop. So... have the radio going, or have, my stereo system with the iPod plugged into it going, and he hits me and immediately kills the radio.
Kerrang.
And I still have my hands up for a couple of seconds, because I'm like, I'm in shock, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, the radio's dead.
The radio's dead.
And I start to look up, and I slowly take my hands, I slowly, pull my arms off of my face, and I'm looking around.
This asshole just killed my tunes, man. I'm gonna kill this guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got your priorities in order there.
Yeah. Hey, look, when something like that happens, you cling to whatever reality you can grasp.
Hey, that's a tremendous observation. I agree with that totally.
So, initially, I'm looking up going, okay, is the car okay? And I look up, no, it's not okay. That was the first car I ever bought, and he killed it.
Killed it.
Taken out to a cornfield and executed, killed it. Oh, it was
and no
bad.
soundtrack, man.
No soundtrack.
Oh
there's no somber orchestral score. There's no aggressive rock anthem to signify my rage. There was just dead silence and people screaming and cars just whizzing by.
Boo.
Yeah, that's a huge dose.
Flatline.
Yeah, flatline and a huge dose of reality. Life is not a movie or a TV show.
Ooh, it's tough when you learn that.
Yeah, that was a big dose of reality for me. Now, I don't pertain myself to being out of reality, but even the most sober of individuals, you don't like it when things just drop out of the sky on top of you.
Yeah, I mean that's that's what people should do. I mean, that's a good. There's so many people that live their lives in fear that they never really live. They just exist and they're miserable all the time. I mean, I don't begrudge them that. I mean, they're miserable. I mean, they don't need any flack from me. But I'm just saying. I mean, live your life, and when those things jump up and knock you down,
just get right back up.
Just get right back up. That's what you got to do. You can lay on that floor all you want to and wait for somebody to come pick you up, but I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying, you
got to do it yourself sometimes.
You got stuff to do, man. So get up. That's the key to success.
Yep.
That's right. Keep getting up. That's it.
It's what we're trying to do, at least.
Absolutely.
So, as I'm kind of in shock looking at the destroyed hood engine part of my car, and I'm actually so in shock I don't clearly see the guy that hit me.
Yeah, because he's already put it in reverse.
Oh, no. He puts it in drive, and he drives away. I was involved in not only a head-on collision car wreck that killed my car, he drives away.
What a douche.
I know. I was actually looking at the car, as it passed.
It was probably the pop that woke him up.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was. I don't know what the problem is. To this day, I still don't know who that guy was because they never caught him, or they haven't caught him yet.
They're looking for you, big boy.
And I'm actually looking out my window, and two things come to my mind. One, okay, you killed my car in a head-on collision. How is your car able to even drive away? And the second thing that came to my head as soon as he was speeding away as much as his little SUV could muster.
Was it an SUV?
Yeah, it was according to the police report, it was like a 1998 some sort of Django SUV thing.
Okay.
I'm not a car person. But basically, I was thinking, the audacity. How dare you?
The height of a vehicle like that will go straight, their lower bumper goes straight into your engine compartment. And
it's based on what happened.
Being lower to the ground, that's why probably roughed up the bottom of the radiator and maybe the oil pan.
Oh,
was it making was there some kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Coming?
That thing was making all sorts of noises. Yeah, his car was... Yeah, his car was begging to be put down. It was making some of the most god-awful noises as he drove away.
He's probably gunning it, too.
Yeah, and he's probably gunning it, too.
And then, you know, driving at 27 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is. Because here's the thing.
Sorry you lost your buzz, pal.
Yeah. Sorry you sobered up in like 3.5 seconds.
I blew all that money on that cocaine and I don't have a buzz. Yeah. Buzz Killington. There you go, man.
That's me.
Good grief.
Yeah, basically, if the kind of the details is he came at me from the passenger side on an upward angle. You know, he destroyed my engine. I clipped his undercarriage, which, you know, what you said actually makes sense because how he was able to drive away. I must not have really damaged his engine that much for him to be able to go. And
how much smoke was coming out of it?
I didn't see any immediately. I don't know. He blew past me.
Yeah.
And
you're still surveying all your carnage.
Initially I was just going, all right, let's get out and discuss this like rational human beings. And then he drives away and it's like, oh, the audacity. Also, how is your car functioning? You know, that was my thought process.
Right.
And I'm just going, okay, I was not prepared for this at all. Like, there's no...
Yeah, you thought you were going to get out of the car.
Oh, no.
A human being.
Yeah, I thought I was going to, like, get out of the car, and me and him were going to, like, hash it out. Like, he was going to give me his insurance, like an actual... like you're supposed to do.
Hello, fellow citizen.
Yeah, hello, fellow citizen. You killed my baby. What's your insurance? I need to give them a call. I also need to call the cops. None of that happened. As soon as he drives away, I'm like, there's nothing about this I understand. Because here's the thing, there's not a class in college or in high school where they teach you, okay, if you're ever in a car wreck, this is what you do. Nothing like that.
Oh, no, they don't teach that stuff in school anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, when you told me about the stuff they used to teach in high school, I blew a gasket, because I'm like, are you kidding me? I could have used that.
Could have used that.
You know, wedding planning, balancing a checkbook, having a bank account, none of that. How to file your taxes. They used to teach you that stuff in high school. Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Nope. But on the other half...
And then they got rid of PE.
And then, really?
Yeah.
I think some places still have it. Like,
well,
I know around here they still have it. I mean, it's not technically PE, but it's like PE light in some places.
Man, I can remember a school that I went to one time.
And then some places they get rid of your band and creative arts classes, and I'm like, okay, that's too far.
It's a little too far.
Like, you have to allow people to flourish and think.
Yeah. You know, she got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
This one school I went to is like, everybody show up 2 hours early.
Yeah.
And it'd just be a madhouse out in the playground.
Not anymore.
No,
you can't do any of that stuff because they'll corral you inside and then they expect you to be calm and rational while you're inside at like 6 a.m. or whatever time.
You know.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude, just let him go outside and walk around. This whole place is where I went to, the whole place is fenced in. What are you worried about?
And guarded.
Yeah. You know, there's no drive-bys in our neighborhoods. So what are you worried about?
Yeah, you couldn't get anything near it.
No, you couldn't. But
really.
Yeah, back to the initial story. So I'm in the car. My car is dead. I'm like diagonal blocking the entire highway, and I'm just looking around like a freaking...
Good.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. I'm in the car.
Hey, listener. The number one thing that gets people killed at car accidents is getting out of the car and walking around.
Yeah, I did not do
If you were not in immediate danger, and I mean something on fire, see a spark, smell smoke.
Smell gasoline. Unless if you can just get your bearings, figure out who you are, where you are, what you are, and what you're doing, and then look around before you
If you want to throw the door open, I'd recommend you hesitate just a little if you can get it open. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. And then get your bearings and see where the traffic is, because there are people coming over a hill, around a curve. They're not expecting a car to be sideways in the road.
Yep, like me.
So, people getting out of cars and get hit by other cars is what kills a lot of people at accident sites. It really does.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I did not get out of the car because I know better.
Give it a minute if you can.
Yeah, because I'm just like, well, here's the thing. This is the next part of the story. I couldn't get out of the car even if I wanted to, because the car was hit in such a way where a person on the outside of the car had to open the door for me in order for me to get out, because it was wedged in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't even get out on my own terms if I wanted to.
Sure.
Without breaking the windows, which I could have done. So I'm just in this car looking around, and obviously there's people going like, "Hey, you okay?" Don't clip the mic.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not saying you can't play with the cards, so don't clip the mic.
All right.
Easy. So, there's like people on the outside. There's like 4 or 5 people going, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah?
You see me moving, don't you?
No, they're just concerned. And
No, I wasn't agitated. I was just, that's part of my, I guess that was part of my, coping mechanism is just, trying to make people laugh. Like, oh, look at this ridiculous situation I've gotten myself this time. Oh, you.
Silly rabbit.
Yeah, silly rabbit. Oh, what have you done this time?
Driving straight down the road at the legal speed limit. What was I thinking?
Like, oh, that's so 2015. Oh, I should have been...
Everybody drives not looking at the road in front of them these days.
Yeah, it's 2020. Get with the times.
That's right.
You're supposed to drive like a bat out of hell. Ugh, I'm sorry. I don't read...
With your nose pointed toward the floor.
I don't... Yeah, or at your phone.
Good.
You know me. I don't read the tableaus or whatever. So... This is one of the funniest things that happened, honestly and truly, is as these people are coming, they're basically kind of swarming around my car, directing traffic away. And people are like, knocking on the windshield, going, and all I hear is, because there's a windshield in the way, and I'm like, I can't hear you, and they're like, I can't hear you.
There was no damage to the windshield.
There was no damage to any of the glass.
That's.
If there's one thing I will give Chevrolet.
That's uncommon.
Yeah, that's very uncommon. I was driving a Chevy Impala. Yeah. They got some good windshields.
Apparently.
Yeah. Chevys make
something.
Great, yeah, Chevys.
No starburst. No.
Nope. Nothing.
No cracks.
No cracks. Nothing. Not a chip. Which is part of the reason I put...
Your airbag didn't deploy either, did it?
No, it didn't deploy. It was an old car.
Yeah.
My car was... the Impala was 20 years old. It was still pretty decent, and at the time I needed to get a car, immediately, but that's a story for another day.
Absolutely.
So, I'm telling... these people, they're like, "Can you open your door?" I can barely hear them, and I go to the door handle, and I start to open it. I unlock the door, which worked for some reason. But I pulled the door handle and the door wouldn't open. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this is my life now. And it took 2 people to open the door.
It's a good thing I didn't eat that apple for lunch.
It took 2 people to open the door. One to hold the one to actually have hold the lever open, and the other person actually pull it off, away from the door like it's supposed to. So the door's now open, and they're like, "Oh, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." That was weird. The whole thing, trying to make a joke out of it, being silly, because everyone else is treating this like it's a travesty, but for some reason I'm just like, Dootsie-doo, it's just another Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
Which, conveniently, this did take place on November 3rd, Election Day.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Which, this is not a segue into politics. I'm just telling you, 2020, November 3rd,
Yeah.
It wasn't a good day.
It wasn't a good day for anybody.
It was not a good day for anybody. I don't care who you are. So basically, the first thing I do is I call my boss, who, he was the closest person.
You just left work.
Yeah, just left work. He knew where I was going, and I've been friends with him like 2 years before I got the job. So he's a good guy. 4 miles away from where I worked, I called him and I'm like, "Hey, can you come get me?"
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you understand what's happening better than I do. He's up there in years, so he hopefully has experience. Being an ex-repo man and all that. That's not his current job, just, he's experienced and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so I call him, I get off the phone with him. Next thing I do is I call my dad.
Oh my God. Really?
And I am, I'm like talking to 3 people at once. A couple people that wrenched the door open.
Multitasking.
Multitasking. And I call my dad and I say, "Hey, Dad." He says, "What?" And I say, "Guess what?" He's like, "What?" "I got in a wreck. Can you come get me?"
He sounds like an ass.
That was probably that was probably the highlight of the whole experience.
Oh, yeah.
Is just going, "Hey, guess what? I got in a car wreck." I'm not doing this to punk him.
Yeah.
I'm just like
you just blew out the candles on your birthday cake.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't know how to react to this. And everyone's gonna be, freaking out anyway.
Yes.
So, I might as well just, add a little humor into the situation, which I probably shouldn't have, but whatever. I don't care.
I don't know. Some people would be unsettled by it.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what was wrong with you, but hey.
No, I think the main thing that prevented me from going, "Oh my God, my life is over, how will I ever recover," is the fact that it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, once you figure out you're not due for the bill.
Yeah.
That brings sweet relief.
Oh yeah, that was basically the main thing that kept me from going. It was basically the difference between me being all silly versus,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
And even hypothetically...
Because you're thinking, "Oh my God, my insurance is going to go through the roof."
Yeah. Yeah. Because even then, hypothetically, I somehow violated some minuscule traffic law in the city I work in. The guy drove away.
Yeah.
That automatically...
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Nonetheless, he drove away. That is a felony?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Either way.
Yeah, you can get hard time for that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. So, so basically, my dad puts the phone down, my mom picks it up, and I love my mom, but she was harsh in my vibe. The vibe of me being in a head-on collision and in a hit and run, and she's like, "Oh my God," and it's like she's like, "Have you called the police?" I was like, "Huh?
Oh.
No, I didn't actually."
No.
And she tells me to call the police. I didn't even think about that. Because there's like 7 people surrounding the car, and now that the door's open, I keep hearing like, "Oh my God, she's just a kid, she's just a kid," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm not young, am I?"
Yeah. Well,
like I don't look like I'm 16. Stop it.
No.
Do I? I don't know. I don't know. If you met me in real life, you tell me. But other than that, it was just kind of weird. Everyone's just treating me like I was this youngster. And
I don't know
like,
what you're doing, but keep doing it.
Oh no, I will. No. That's not a call for me to stop what I'm doing with my skincare. But I'm just saying, like, dude, this can't have made that big of a difference. But then again, I tell people I'm 47 just to screw with them. So just makes the effect even better. So I don't even know what I was expecting. I'm not 47, I just say that because...
Oh my God, you look so good.
Uh-huh.
Where do you do your Botox at?
Oh, I get my Botox from the finest of orphan tears. Or insert whatever science fiction, X-Files episode bullcrap that Hollywood people do, whatever. Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's a way different story. Actually, I'm going to write that down on the list of ideas.
Oh, please do.
About. Yeah. Because I recently got into X-Files for some reason. I never could get into it as a kid, but lately I get it. If that makes sense. And now I'm starting to wonder, is X-Files considered a documentary?
It's done.
Do not answer that question if you don't need to.
I mean, it's in that
It's definitely in that category.
You know, I keep waiting for what's that cop show that's been on like forever?
Cops?
Well, yeah.
Do you mean Law and Order?
Law and Order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, there's that whole that free scene where they have a title.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Smoking guns, that sort of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of gives it a little bit of a docu vibe.
Yeah, I think the only crime show, to my knowledge, that actually does take actual case details and incorporates it into the story is Criminal Minds. But I don't watch either of those shows. I just watch X-Files because aliens. Your Mulder's gonna find that alien. I'm on like season 3, episode 11 right now, so no spoilers.
Well, it's real cool because you know.
And I'm just like, go Mulder! You find those aliens. You find your sister. Bring down the government.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Scully is stupid because after everything they've seen, she is like I need proof. Bitch! You were abducted. You have trauma. You have flashbacks. You have nightmares. You pulled a chip out of your neck. What more do you want? Damn it, Scully. I just want to reach into the TV and I want to slap her and just be like, woman, you're a doctor. You're a doctor, not an FBI agent.
Yeah, this is just a sideline for you.
This is a sideline for you. What is wrong with you? Whatever. I don't want to talk about X-Files right now. It's not the story. So, a little side gag. I want to slap Scully. There you go. That's what you call this segment. Next. So, I call the cops. I get to the 911 operator, and she's very, very courteous, and I was very happy because I'm still on this weird trauma high where my hands are shaking because as I'm dialing the phone, I keep hitting the wrong key because I'm like, stop it! I'm not injured. Stop shaking. Oh, I was shaking like I was shaking like an alcoholic in withdrawal.
Oh, buddy.
That's some shakes.
That's no joke.
Yeah, that's no joke. But I was having the shakes. And she's like,
You're
dude.
trying to get control of it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm just fighting to get control. It's like, I got to call the police. I have to make some kind of statement.
Once again.
Yeah, I have to do something.
I can't stop my leg. Dun, 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 dun. I can't stop my leg.
Yeah. So what ends up happening, she does the whole 911, how I help you. And there's more to it, but... And I say to her, well, I don't know what street I'm on, but I've been in a car wreck. And then she asks what model of car I'm at. And I go, no, I'm not in the Buick. That was the previous one.
Right.
I think, she goes, is it Chevy Impala? And I go, yeah, it's a Chevy Impala. And she goes, I've had like multiple calls about that in this area. And I said, "Oh, okay. I'm glad you knew what my situation was before I knew about it."
Some concerned citizens.
Yeah, some concerned citizens.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And she basically I hit myself. She basically said that there was already an officer on the way over, and thanking me for calling in. And I was like, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I close out the call, and I'm like, okay.
Take it easy with the customer service, fellas.
No, she was very, very courteous, very understanding. I'm probably not the first person. I guess if you're going to be a 911 operator, you got to get used to some stuff.
You ain't 911 operator. What? What you want?
Oh yeah, I'm probably not the first person. I'm probably not the first person that 911 operator got to who's been in a car wreck, and they're just treating it like it's no big deal.
Man, you got to be wired a certain way to handle a job like that.
Oh yeah, because 911 operators, you get everything from the incredibly stupid, and then the incredibly horrific.
You'll get a 911 call about, hey, my cable is out. You'll get a 911 call about, hey, I'm cold. That's it.
Yeah.
They're dispatching an ambulance to your house. I'm cold. And you'll get everything from that to, hey, I accidentally handcuffed my right wrist to my left ankle and I can't find the keys. And for some reason, when you get here, I'm going to be wearing a leather cowboy outfit.
Don't ask questions.
And I believe I have sprained my taint. Yeah, I remember them calls coming in and just staring at that box, listening to those paramedics read off what they were bringing in and going, what? What did he just say? Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
Fun.
So, the police officer arrives, and she was also very courteous. She was also like 5'3", which kind of spooked me because as soon as I saw her, this short little blonde woman.
Better watch out.
Oh yeah, that was exactly my thought process is, oh Christ, that's a threat.
Them small ones are dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, bigger than they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've dealt with people bigger than them their entire life.
Yeah, and I want you to keep repeating to yourself, oh, I'm bigger than they are, when they got their arms and legs wrapped around your head, chokehold. You don't even know what happened.
Got you subdued on the ground.
Uh-huh.
You asked for it.
Uh-huh. But the cop came over to make sure I was okay. At this point, I started to feel a little pain in my neck and upper back region. Which I guess was normal because when I ducked down, I tucked my head down too, so I had a little bit of that whiplash.
Yeah, regardless of the position, you're always going to have some kind of whiplash. It's called deceleration trauma.
Yeah.
Because your car went from 35 miles per hour to stop, and that causes a reaction in the body.
Yeah, that's called physics. Ow!
See?
So, I'm, she's, obviously making sure I'm okay, if I can move, do I need an ambulance? And as soon as she said ambulance, I was like, no! No,
You were standing up at this point, right?
Oh, no, I was still in the car.
Still in the car?
No,
Oh, okay.
I told her, I am not getting out of this car while there's traffic.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I am not moving from this vehicle because I do not want to get hit again.
That happens.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
I'm not trying to be ugly with her when I say this. This is just, I'm basically trying. My exact words were, "Ma'am, I'm fine. I don't need an ambulance. I'll stay in the car. I don't, that's where most people get hurt in accidents. I said it kind of like that.
Yeah.
I'm not giving her lip or anything.
You've seen enough videos where the cop's standing next to a car and all of a sudden a car comes flying out of frame. You're like, who doesn't see that big squad car back there with the light flashing?
Apparently they didn't.
And then all of a sudden this car comes in out of frame.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, what the?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like...
Cop running for their life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah, I was just like, nope, this ain't happening. I am not getting out of this car.
Always be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, I am not aware of my surroundings. I'm not in a position to be aware of my surroundings because of what has just happened. I am not getting out of this car. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to hold up traffic. By this point, my car's already been rolled back into the other lane, so I'm not blocking up the entire highway at this point. And I'm just like, I am not getting out of this car. No, I don't want to get hit. I don't want anyone to be dumb, you know. And she starts taking statements. I give her, you know, some people come over to her and start making statements. Thankfully, someone managed to get the license plate number of the guy that hit me.
You're in trouble now.
Not really, apparently.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, not really, unfortunately. The plates were Californian.
We used to live out there.
Yeah, we used to live out there.
Yeah. There was a lot of hit and runs out there when I worked out there.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense to me is, you know,
like,
he was... If hypothetically that dude was actual Californian, it's probably just, you know, nothing new, the fact that it was a hit and run, because since they have so many.
Yeah. If you ain't never lived here, you don't, and I more than lived there. I worked a lot of those hit and runs.
Uh-huh.
While I was out there, and there was a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
My Lord, there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, people who were minorities who live out in California, they don't walk across the road.
No.
They run because they know if they dawdle, yeah. It's not good.
It's not.
So, you know, here's the thing. On the police report, apparently the cop, they got the license plate number, they got the car's VIN number and make and model, but they didn't get the guy's name and address, but they got his phone number, and she was blowing him up.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that the cop
Yes.
was calling the phone number?
Of the guy that hit me, yes. And she could not get him to
That
answer.
is so she couldn't.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is the police.
Answer your phone!
Search warrant. Really?
Yeah, exactly.
You better pick that phone up, mister.
Yeah, more than likely, the car, you know, it was probably like fake tags or a rental car or something. I don't know.
Rip tags. I mean,
ripped
you know,
tags.
yeah, I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
All I know is the car didn't have any other, the license plate number didn't have any other information aside from the very basic about the car itself. Yeah.
I was driving off. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone
Do you remember there being, I mean, did you see an outline or a profile or anything? You just saw headlights.
I mostly saw headlights. I saw that it was a white guy with a white beard, so an older gentleman.
Oh boy.
And a trucker hat.
Ooh.
But for some reason, the rest of my brain is like, I don't remember anything else.
Did you notice he had a lot of acne on his nose?
I didn't.
Okay, just curious.
No, I didn't. I saw like broad details, not anything small.
Cool. You know,
I don't think the guy was on meth. Okay. I see that look, that doubtful look.
Are people on meth able to drive a car?
You tell me. You would be able to say.
I've seen more car accidents related to alcohol.
True.
Than meth.
I don't know.
Meth is when some crazy shit breaks out, buddy.
Oh yeah.
But most of the car accidents, and I've worked.
That's alcohol related.
I've worked hundreds of them. Mm-hmm. It was usually alcohol.
Oh yeah. Let's see. By this point, my boss shows up and, he's, being all encouraging, saying, like, we gotta get everyone's name and phone number for, like, to have record just in case. Gotta get their police report. And I'm just like, thank you, because this is my first car wreck. And I say this to my boss. I say this to the people who helped me. I'm saying this to the cop. I'm like, I thank you for...
present you with a bill.
Yeah.
For services.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I say this to everyone, including the cop and the phone and the 911 operator. I'm like, this is actually my first car wreck, so I need all the help I can get. Trying to put levity into it.
Trying to. And being honest with people goes a long way. I don't know why people like, I've got this image I've got to project. I've got the,
Dude, you're in a car wreck.
I'm going to tell you something, okay? You try to cover fear with a facade of strength. The people around you pick up on it regardless.
Oh, yeah.
It is much better. It doesn't make you vulnerable.
There's no shame in asking for help.
There's no shame in asking for help.
Yeah, especially in a dire situation.
You are in over your head.
Uh-huh.
And it's not a measure of how good of a person you are for you to be able to handle it without a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's garbage.
Yeah. High quality garbage.
That's a dark spirit that causes people to think that way.
Mm-hmm. Just be honest.
Just be honest. Just be honest. You don't have to. If you don't want to be transparent, don't be transparent. But just be honest. And if you're honest, that'll go a long way.
Yeah. So, time kind of goes by at a pace. I'm basically trying to crack up with my boss to kind of relieve the tension, saying, this year sucks. And he's like, yeah, I know. And I'm telling him, like, he killed my baby. This is the first car I ever bought. I felt like, and what's screwed up is that was actually like a couple weeks after the 1-year anniversary of when I bought the damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was like
yeah. Oh, yeah? What?
I'm just...
like a set of tires, a year old?
Yeah, had a set of new tires. Just changed the oil.
Yeah. I just changed the water pump a couple months ago.
Yeah, you did.
And we got the transmission through.
Yeah, got the transmission through
last year.
Yeah, the transmission was gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you straight up. The transmission at that thing was like a split-second gear shift from dying.
Yeah.
So I don't.
That'd have been about $1,500, $2,000 right there.
Oh
yeah. So
that would have been bad.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
And that would have been way more than I paid for the car anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you would have bought another car anyway.
Yeah, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This was just a perfect opportunity, but now I say that in hindsight, but at the time I'm thinking, oh no, oh dear.
Yeah.
This year sucks.
This year sucks.
And I'm just all grumbly. I'm trying not to move my neck. Because I'm like, I'm not going to twist my neck and then make myself, what is it, quadruped? I'm not going to hurt myself.
From the shoulder down, it's quad. From the waist down, it's para.
What, is that neck down too? Is quad?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to paralyze myself, basically. So I'm basically being very stiff. Because I'm just like, I'm not moving a muscle because I don't know if if I jerk one way and it's like, oh God, my arm's gone, Yeah,
that's not cool.
Yeah, I guess I was overreacting. I get it. But even still,
we just got hit head on. Well, here's the thing.
I got hit head on.
You got hit head on, and then the
guy drove away.
The goober smoocher backs up and then guns it out of town
as best he could.
And so your body is in you are in stimulus overload.
Oh yeah.
You are in shock.
Yeah.
Your brain is going a mile a minute. Your blood vessels are dilating and it is dropping your blood pressure. Your heart rate is accelerating, trying to replace the volume deficit created by the dilation of the blood vessels, which causes a lower blood volume to the brain. So that can kind of work on your reality as well. And then your brain's going a mile a minute.
Yeah, it's just not a good way.
It's not a weakness. It's just how your body is reacting to something.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of people goes, "I wish I was strong."
It's not about strength.
It's not about strength.
This is physiological.
This is something that you can't fight.
Yeah.
You can learn to control it, but you can't turn it off.
Yeah, it's just part of you.
It's just part of you.
So eventually the tow truck guy shows up. I get a call from my mom. Basically, I'm trying to relay instructions as to where I am, except the problem is I don't know where I am.
Did that tow truck driver have all his teeth?
I want to say yes, but I didn't get a close look at him because I didn't get out of the car.
All right.
But he was a nice enough guy,
Awesome.
very understandable, obviously.
Sweet.
And, like I said, my boss was a former repo man, so him and the tow truck driver were talking to each other. And, I'm trying to relay instructions as to where I am, except I don't know where I am. And I'm pretty sure my dad has not figured out what Google Maps is.
I don't wanna.
It's not that hard.
It's not a matter of difficulty. I don't find it difficult. I just choose not to engage in it. That is all.
Anyway. So what ends up happening is I'm trying to relay instructions to my mom to tell my dad, which in my opinion I could have just she could have just given him the phone and I could have directed him from there, but whatever. And the reason that's important is because after I got done attempting to relay the instructions, I keep going, oh God, I don't want him going down because there's a fork before this fork. He's going to end up going towards another place. And I can't have that.
Nope.
So I'm just trying to blow up the phone, but I can't get reception. I get lucky.
Yeah.
And I call him, I was like, hey, look, you're going to come to a set of lights. Do not turn left at the lights.
Don't follow the light.
Yeah. And so I keep relaying the instructions, and the tow truck driver, he takes my car, I take what I can.
Well, I still thought you guys would be in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And so that's why I drove past.
Yeah. Did you see me?
Well, no, I did not. But then it hit me, the description that you had given me, because I went into more of a residential area.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, there was nothing about our exchange that told me that you would be in a residential area.
Yeah.
So I turned around and came back out, and that's when I saw you guys pulled up on that side road.
Yeah. Thank God.
Well, and it's what, 6?
It was dark.
It's dark 30.
Yeah, it's dark 30.
It's like an hour after sundown.
Yeah. And I'm literally trying to call the phone, but I'm not getting through. I got no reception, and plus he's got my mom's phone, which I think is pre-programmed to not receive calls.
Yeah, my phone was dead.
Yeah. So, eventually I get picked up, and I'm like, okay, I need you to look me over to make sure I'm not gonna die or anything like that. And I was fine.
Nope, you were fine.
And that was pretty much the car wreck,
A little worse for wear, but you're fine.
Yeah, you finally met my boss, who, must have been awestruck, because every time I've introduced you to someone that knows me first, and then they meet you, they kind of get a little sideways, not in a bad way, but they're just it's like there's two of you.
All 5'3" of him. It's not a bad thing, but it's okay.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I don't give him grief.
Yeah. No, I know. Trust me, he does not have short man syndrome. I know you run across a couple folk with short man syndrome. He does not.
But yeah.
I know what it looks like. He doesn't have it.
No. Good.
I suppose years of working as a not tax collector, not insurance collector, money collector and a repo guy. I guess you kind of get that short man syndrome stripped out of you because you suddenly become the toughest guy in the room. If you're gonna be taking people's cars,
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
If you're going to be taking people's cars, taking people's money, taking people's like washing machines and appliances,
you better be ready to mix it up.
That was that right there took all of that out of them.
And you shouldn't, and a lot of people go, oh, hey, look at this dude over here, he can do something like that.
Yeah.
But then there's that element of people that invite that, like, you don't want to try me. You know, that you can't take that attitude into a situation where physical confrontation is already
inevitable.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
Okay. You cannot have that punking, bad.
Yeah.
Because you'll get their best. Okay. If they just roll at you because you're taking their car and they're broken, and what you'll deal with is desperate.
Yep.
But if you insult them
then
and make it a matter of who's the man,
then they gonna have a problem.
I'm just saying, you're gonna get their best, and it's not worth it. You're basically making your
life harder.
You're making your adversary stronger. It's best to just shut up and do your job, get your thing, and go.
Yep. Yeah, he's not like that, thankfully.
Cool.
So, we bid my boss farewell and, went home. And, I'm just chatting because I'm just like, what in the hell just happened? Honestly and truly,
It's called shock.
Yeah. Honestly, we pick up some takeout. I eat the takeout in the main room. Normally, I eat it in the computer room, but this time I was like, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
It is.
And that night I go to bed and I wake up thinking it was a dream, and then I move my I move my neck and I go, oh crap.
What a cruel world. What a cruel world.
I wasn't thinking that. I was just going, oh no, that actually happened.
Yeah, it did. I didn't dream it.
No, I didn't dream it. No, I didn't have like some
dreaming in 3D, virtual reality. Here, take this shot to the balls. Bang. No.
Technology hasn't gotten there yet.
It's coming, though.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it is.
It better be.
Yeah, that movie, Ready Player One. Oh, that's gonna be it. Maybe not the whole dystopian future per se, but that whole VR rig with the. Not. Yeah, I don't want to live in that reality. I don't want to do that.
No.
We kind of are in a way.
In a lot of ways.
Small way, yeah.
Small way.
So, we take our time the next morning trying to get to the insurance place, which got hit by the beer flu, and the office was closed.
Holy cow.
Their office is still closed.
Oh, well, it's just not your first.
It's not, it's my first.
For me.
Yeah, it's my first car wreck. It's your first hit and run. And the office is closed. So I didn't
automatically default to calling first.
Yeah.
Call first, people, before you leave the house.
Yeah. And then we drive by the tow truck place.
Save yourself some trouble. Save some gas.
Yeah, we drive by the tow truck place to try to get the rest of my stuff, and he wasn't in because the whole place is sealed off. It's a closed lot, and he mostly does that stuff via appointment.
Dude, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, there's no one there.
It's just us.
So he takes.
Was this guy like inside the house walking around in his boxers with a bowl of ice and Cheetos?
Yeah, no.
Good grief.
No, what happened?
That annoyed me.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be different if he's like, I'm going to lunch. I'm like, man, it's 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I eventually did get my stuff from the Impala. He said that since he is it was him and his mom running that little shop, and
Mom?
Yeah. She mostly does the books, but she was currently in the hospital. So it's just him going out and towing cars.
See, I can't even make a joke out of that.
Yeah, I know.
It's not cool.
I know, it's not cool.
Lady.
So he was basically, like, if he's ever away from the lot, you have to basically make an appointment for him to actually stay there, because otherwise he's just towing cars, because that's his job.
Yeah, well,
he's like, it's basically a one-man show at this particular joint, which...
he's probably sleeping in that truck.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Starting his own business, tow truck driver. I know a very successful tow truck driver in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And he related to me, he said for 5 years I only slept 4 hours a day getting this business started.
Wow.
For 5 years, he only slept 4 hours a day. And I can tell you, he did a lot of sleeping in his truck.
Uh-huh.
Up now, he has a fleet of trucks.
Probably sleeps like a baby every night.
He sleeps like a big old baby.
He earned it. I give
sure
that guy
did.
credit.
He sure did.
You know, and then, you know, I get taken to work, and I'm all sore, and everyone's all like, you know, oh, are you okay? You okay? And I'm like, get the fuck off of me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, don't ask me if I'm okay.
Do I look okay? Crash.
You see me moving, don't you? Yeah, I basically tell everyone where I work, basically tell everyone in the department where I work, I'm like, please don't tell this to anyone else in the other departments. As far as they know, nothing happened. Because here's the thing.
Smile and wave, boys.
Yeah, smile and wave. That was basically how I was treating the whole situation. Where I work, it's, I don't want to give out names.
No.
Because I don't know how badly I could be implicated. Where I work, there are 2 buildings.
We can use code names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We use code names.
Code names.
I love that movie. But, basically, where I work, there's 2 different buildings, so 2 different departments. Where I work, it's like maximum of 6, 7 people, sometimes 5, really, in my particular building. I'm the entire shipping department. I don't work for the shipping department. I am the shipping department.
I am the shipping department.
I unload the pallets. I load the pallets. I move the pallets. Unload the truck. Load the truck. Keeps manifests. Keeps receiving logs. Do the books. Do the records. Clerical.
In maritime terms, you would be known as the harbor master.
Yeah, I'm not just a harbor master. I am the everything. You know, run reports, build reports, send emails to people, make sure packages get where they go, make sure that things flow smoothly for my department.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not the only person doing that, but I'm the primary person doing that. And I still get no respect from the other department who...
You are where the buck stops.
Yeah, I'm where the buck stops in my department.
Yeah.
However, I don't get any respect from the people in the other building who are technically the upper management people. But then again, I don't really care for them either, and I honestly think they're kind of pathetic, because with the exception of a couple people in their warehouse, it's straight up the political side of seasons 1 through 4 Game of Thrones in the other building.
Oh.
I mean, like, the purely political stuff, not the killing and the HBOing.
The House of Cardboard.
Oh, yeah. It apparently is a little ruthless up there in terms of office politicking and people, trying to clamor for favor and for money and power.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So the fact that they don't give me any respect, it just makes me go, huh? I don't care. 'Cause I know I'm good at my job, but you're stuck in a cubbyhole. You can't even see outside.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, I know. You know that's brutal. And you guys are wasting your lives trying to play these petty office politicking games with each other. You know, they're just a bunch of biddies up there, ultimately. You know, it's like, no fun allowed. So, my building...
Everybody backstabbing each other to see who's going to come out on top? Or...
Exactly. Oh, it's definitely that. Meanwhile, at my building, we're basically the equivalent of the redheaded stepchildren. We're basically pirates at this point. We operate virtually independently, and anytime someone from upper management comes to our building, we're just, hissing through our teeth at them, because they're intruding on our territory.
Well,
Because, they rarely, because the way it operates is, anytime we need something, we have to fix it.
Right.
But anytime they need us to do something...
We have to fix it.
Yeah, we have to fix it again. I mean, there's no reasoning with some of these people.
It's very interesting. I see that dynamic so much. And I can tell you, the really, 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 really successful companies, I mean, like globally huge.
Yep.
don't treat their employees that way.
Yeah, here's a tip for anybody going into the business industry for various reasons.
Especially if you're on that small business end.
Pro tip, don't treat your employees like trash, and they will want to work for you. They will tell their friends and their families, come work at my building, come work for this company where they will actually care about you. Where I work, no.
Yeah. Don't
I've been threatened.
Inspire people. Don't tear people down. Inspire people.
Yeah, ever since the beer flu started, I have been threatened with job termination. Like, I don't know, let's see, it's been since March, like 12 times since March. That, basically my boss is saying like, oh, if we make a certain amount of money, if our profits dip so low, you're the first to go. And I'm like, oh yeah, get rid of the person who is an entire department. You're getting rid of an entire department in one person. You're going to have to hire 3 people to replace me, you idiots.
Yeah.
That's not downsizing. That's causing more issues. But that's a grievance for another day.
Absolutely.
Anyway, back to the car wreck. Because I definitely want to close out with the blessing of Jareth.
The blessing of Jareth.
Yes, that is what he is called.
Oh, it's a he.
Yeah.
Jareth.
Yeah. My first car, the Buick, I called that one Susan. The Impala was Brad. This current car I've got, that's Jareth.
Yeah.
Don't question me.
I see it. The first one was definitely a Susan.
Yeah.
Maybe a Teresa, but more of a Susan. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was, It was a Buick LeSabre.
Brad works for
an Impala.
For an Impala, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and my current car, that's Jareth.
Definitely.
I definitely want to end this. I want to end this segment on how I got Jareth. Yeah. If you know me in real life, you know that I like to name things. I have a sword named Jotaro, which I will talk about at length at another podcast.
We're gonna need a larger room.
Yeah, we're gonna need a large room, and we're gonna need a camera for me to show Jotaro.
Bang.
I love Jotaro, but that's a story for another day.
Absolutely.
All right, so basically, honestly and truly, here's the thing. It has been about 2 weeks and a couple of days since the actual wreck. The wreck was on the 3rd. At the time of recording this is the 14th of November of 2020. I know we try not to put dates on things, but in terms of a timeline, it's a little bit important. Just for future reference, we try not to do that, you dear listeners.
Done it now.
So, honestly and truly, the wreck was on a Tuesday. By Saturday, I get Jareth. I did not anticipate turning around that quickly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking like, oh,
it's probably good that it worked out that way.
Oh yeah, no. I don't begrudge it, but
you needed transportation, and
I did.
You had the ability to
acquire it. Yes, I had the ability to acquire transportation. So, essentially what happens is, because I'm thinking like, oh God, there's going to be all this hashing out with the insurance company and the tow truck guy. I got to get the insurance to pay him, or at least pay partially what his fee is, because he still has the car.
Like a freaking stone in your shoe, and you can't stop and take it out. You got to keep walking on it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this upcoming week, I'm going to go to their office and keep going to their office every morning to see when their office is back open. Because otherwise, I'm just going to break in and burn the place to the ground.
Call first.
It's on the way to work.
It is on the way. Yes,
I don't care.
Sure, I get it.
I can just shoot a text to my boss and say, hey, the insurance company office finally opened up. I'm going to be late. Yeah. And he'll be like, cool, because he knows.
Yeah.
I can't not tell him what the problem is.
That's true.
Yeah, he's real cool about that, too. That's another reason why I like him so much.
Yeah,
is because
Just be responsible. That's
Yeah.
all.
You tell him, hey, I'm going to be late. I need to go to the bank to deposit check. He's like, okay. Hey, I need to leave early so I can make it to, I can get my dog or whatever the issue is. He's like, okay. Yeah, he's a real good guy.
Cool.
Just do your work and he'll let you do what you need.
That's awesome.
Because we're adults.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Don't micromanage me.
Yeah, he don't do that, thank God.
Sweet.
So I was just thinking I'm gonna be caught up with the insurance. I'm gonna have to deal with the tow truck guy, who's nice. Eventually, I have to get back to him. Jesus, I really do, but I need the insurance to get back to me on what to do with him.
You would definitely like some direction.
I would like some direction. So I basically was just thinking like, oh God, I'm gonna be caught up in everything from under the sun, and it's gonna take me weeks to get another car. Because I'm driving my mom's truck. She's got my grandmother's car on her mother, my Nana. She's got her car. And the Saturday, the week of my wreck, I take you out to get the aggressive tea.
Aggressive tea.
That made me into a murderous combatant.
Apple killer.
Yeah, the apple killer. And you didn't get murderous.
No.
Thank God.
Well, I got about 200 pounds on you.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it. It was very nice.
Oh yeah, it tastes great, but if you're not careful, it'll just jack you up.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought it was interesting how we capped the whole episode. With you going and getting a car.
Oh yeah, it's almost like I planned it that way.
Witch, you're a witch. Yeah.
Yeah, I get enough of that in real life.
I bet.
Yeah. I have no regrets. So, while we're at the tea joint, that we spoke about in that episode.
Yeah.
Still a good place.
Good place.
Got good brownies.
I had a vegan brownie.
Yeah, you had the vegan brownie.
I had a vegan brownie.
It was really good.
It was very good.
Yeah, obviously it's not made with actual brownie, but for a vegan brownie, it's close enough. You enjoyed it. You liked it.
I did like it.
Yeah. And I had like this matcha leaf truffle, which it doesn't look good. It doesn't, but it tastes good. It's like made of matcha and chia seeds, and it's truffle.
That was very interesting.
It was very interesting. I liked it. It
looked like a ball of light green seaweed.
Yep.
And
I liked it.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it.
And I get a phone call from my mom. She was, you see, my mom kind of has a way of telling you to do something. She encourages you to do something. Yeah. She doesn't straight up tell you to do something, but I've been on this planet long enough to know that when she's encouraging you to do something, you need to do it.
You need to do it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hence why I try to be, I may be a chick, but I try to be straightforward. I try. I don't always succeed, but I try.
That's her format.
Yeah. I get it.
You got formatted different.
Oh, I know I got formatted different. I try to tell people, what I want or what needs to be done, but, neither here nor there. So she basically tells me to go over to my grandparents' house, so that they can take me around to get another car. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm down with that. So I do that. I get dropped off, and the first place they take me, it's excuse me, sorry. I had a little burp. The first place they take me, it's not a good place. I don't want to say its name on the air because I'm not sponsored.
That's correct.
Yeah, you want your name mentioned, you gotta sponsor us.
Yeah. There will be an exchange of value.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nobody rides for free.
Nobody.
Nobody.
And even then, if we were sponsored by this car dealership, this would be a negative advertising anyway.
How about we pay you and then slam you?
Exactly.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
What do you mean?
That's a new business model. Instead of them paying us to say good things about them, we'll pay them so we can say bad things about them. What do you think?
I mean, I like the idea, but I don't want to give them money.
Dibs.
Copyrighted. Don't steal. We'll work on this, but that is a good idea.
It's like, hey man, I'll give you $100 if you let me duct tape your hands behind your bag and just wail on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just kidding.
So,
anyway.
I mean, you get your name out there regardless. So, basically what ends up happening is this initial place, it's one of those places where they have the prices of the cars online. And I was looking for something that was 10 grand and under. Had to be newer than 2010 because I'm done with these 20-year-old cars.
Yeah.
I've had 2 of them in a row, and they've all had, like, issues, which some of you are going, yeah, no, duh.
Yeah, those weird issues.
Yeah, like those, yeah.
Some can be fixed, some can't be found.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't mind problems that can be fixed, but if there's problems that I can't find, or even worse, you fix one problem and then 3 more spring up, that's like, nope, gotta get rid of it.
It's usually a sign to trade out or trade up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I was looking for something newer than 2010, because I was done with these 20-year-old cars, you know. Didn't have to, my whole thing is, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how big it is. I didn't want a truck. You know, we've already got a truck. I have a personal policy that every single family in every country, whatever, that has the means to, obviously.
Sure.
You have to have at least 1 truck per household. Because you never know.
Handy.
Yeah, you have to have a truck. You never know when you need you never know when you need a truck. You never know when you need to move something. You never know when you need something to be moved. I need water. But yeah, 1 truck per household, in my opinion. I mean, you can have more
truck and 40 acres.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can have more than 1 truck, but I suggest having at least 1, personally.
Well, yeah, sure.
For the convenience of it. You know, because what if someone needs to move out? What if you need to get a new couch? Oh, yeah. So I didn't need a truck. And I also didn't want no itty-bitty, like, smart car Fiat thing. I got nothing against Fiats, but I can't fit in those things.
No.
I am too tall.
Oh, they've got plenty of legroom. You shut up.
Yeah, you shut up. What do I look like, 5'2"?
It's like you're looking up at me. How dare you think you understand how I fit into this car?
Yeah. Yeah, how dare you accuse me of being short?
Oh. There you go.
No regrets.
Short people got... Anyway.
No copyrights.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No copyrights.
Yeah, we're still on YouTube, technically, I guess.
Yes, technically.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
No, we'll just bounce along like a rock skipping across a nice cold Carolina lake.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
All that fun stuff.
That's cool. No worries.
So, basically this place was one of those, it's one of those old school joints where they'll give you the prizes in like the newspaper or online, but once you get in person, it's like $5,000 more than what they told you.
Bait and switch.
Yeah, a huge bait and switch.
It's called bait and switch, kids.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They get you to the lot or they get you to the store for a price that you go, I think I can swing that. And then you get there and all of a sudden it costs more, or they talk you into a more advanced model because they'll say, what are you going to use this for? And you'll give them an answer, and they'll take that answer and they will tell you how this model over here better fits what you're making the purchase for in the first place. But interestingly enough, what they suggest costs more. It's called bait and switch.
It's also called false advertisement, which is illegal.
It is.
Very illegal in some countries.
That's why they will tell you about and talk about what you came there to look at first.
Yep.
That makes it legal.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out, kids. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah, and never forget, when you do go to these car lots, you do, like with anything, you have the option to walk away.
That's correct.
Never forget that
Never forget that.
Yeah. There's many situations where you think you can't walk away, you can walk away.
That would be rude. You're going to hurt his feelings. That dude or lady don't even know your name. I don't care if they got it right the first 5 times they looked at you and snapped their fingers and said your name.
Yeah.
A week from now, they wouldn't know you from Adam's house cat.
Exactly.
And so, don't. It's not personal. It's business.
It's business.
It's business, Sonny.
You can walk away.
You can walk away.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you have the ability to walk away.
That's right.
And that's what we did. That's what me and my grandparents, that's what we did. And some of you are probably going, why'd you go with your grandparents? That's because my papa is a haggler.
Yeah.
One of the old guard hagglers.
One of the old guard hagglers.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely has experience purchasing vehicles.
Yeah, he is ruthless.
Even now.
Even all these years later. And here's the thing. Technically speaking, even though I don't like it, I am the eldest and favorite, I think. Yeah, I know. So, I'm like his number one grandkid, which in my opinion I don't like personally, but that doesn't mean I don't benefit from it. It doesn't make me a bad person, I don't think.
No.
But the opportunity's there. So
it's your money.
Yeah, and it's my money.
You're not asking for money.
Yeah.
You're just asking him to help you make the purchase.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that I was doing.
That's all. He was just your. He was
facilitating.
He was your facilitator, your negotiator, your arbitrator.
The liaison.
The liaison.
Yeah, since I basically told him and my nana.
And he was glad to do it.
Yeah, he was glad to do it. Got him out of the house.
Probably he can't remember the last time he had to go haggle
a car.
A religion of tea someone down.
Oof. Oh.
You started it.
I wasn't sure what you were trying. I wasn't sure what you were trying to do until you said it, and it's like, oh Jesus, here we go.
Moses.
Are you gonna die over there?
Not today. Woo!
Yeah,
anyway.
Religion of teed them down. Oh, you're going to be laughing about that for the next 3 days.
I am. Thank Jesus, Moses. Thank Moses. That's funny.
Oh.
Oh, forgive us.
Don't worry. We mean it in good spirit.
Absolutely.
So basically, after we drive off the lot, my nana suggested this other car industry that was like it was a couple miles away, but I know what this place is.
Sure.
And we get in because she initially saw something that was like, it was like $9,000, had like 120,000 miles on it, give or take. Don't ask me what that is in kilometers, people.
Yeah.
You have Google.
And you do not have a U.S. passport. So yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and then there was this dude he's a good dude, Unfortunately, because of circumstances, for some reason he's working like 80 hours a week at his job just to make ends meet.
I've done that.
Because he straight up told us that he has a daughter, which is admirable, but he also has a girlfriend who just doesn't work, and I'm just like, I don't think that's a good idea.
What, this is the salesman?
This is the salesman.
Oh,
like,
man.
we're in the car.
Man,
we're doing the test drive.
Pitching you some kind of sob story. You don't come out of the gate with that.
No. This was like later. And here's the thing. What happened was
what did y'all do? Interrogate him? Tell us something extremely uncomfortable that you shouldn't share with total strangers right now. I mean, what?
Hey, this ain't Jeopardy.
Man.
Suck it, Trebek.
You guys bonded. Gee whiz.
No, I knew what was happening. But basically the salesman comes out and he's like, "Oh, I got something that's like it's like $1,000 cheaper and has less miles on it." And he pointed me out to I don't want to. Well, I already said the previous two. Nah. I won't give out the make and model.
Nope.
All you need to know is the car is named Jareth because I don't know, it's got that energy about it. I know some people they don't.
No, I get it.
They don't believe in sort of stuff, and I sort of kind of do. But for some reason, when I drove around in the car, I'm like, I'm gonna call you Jareth because I have to name everything.
That's right.
Everything gets a name. Everything gets a cool name. My dog has a cool name. My swords get cool names. My car gets a cool name.
Especially Popeye, my toothbrush.
Very useful. And, we go for the test drive, and initially I had my papa drive it, which
He could fit into that
Yes,
thing?
he could fit in the
Wow.
car. He was uncomfortable, but he could do it.
Sure.
But the reason why I had him test drive it first is because...
It's not small. It's like a mid-size.
It's like a mid-size, sport-ish car. Yeah, I accidentally bought a sports car.
Yes, it's not a square.
It's not a square.
The previous Brad and Susan were squares.
Yeah, this was not a square. This was not a square-shaped car. This is not a sedan.
Brad and Susan. No, I'm thinking Brad and Janet. Anyway.
I did have some birds named Brad and Janet where I worked.
Oh, yeah.
Or where I work.
Brad and Susan were squares, man.
Yeah.
Total squares.
But,
And this one's what? Oblong?
Oblong. Definitely aerodynamic.
Much more aerodynamic.
It's fast.
Yeah,
but
I
then
figured
again,
it would be.
Yeah, but then again, I'm the idiot that accidentally bought a sports car because it has a sports mode on it, which I did not anticipate. It has like 3 modes. There's like added traction, econ, and sports. And I'm like, you can't give me that kind of power.
Transformers.
Mm-hmm. Like where I live, everyone drives like 20 miles above the speed limit. It's not a speed limit, it's a speed suggestion.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. And,
Well, I got places to be.
Uh-huh.
I got to get there.
Yeah, that's just where we live, But you obviously you gotta cool it when you see the police, but that's normal.
Yeah.
So, basically, he drove it first because I made the mistake when I got Brad the Impala.
Brad the Impala.
Yeah, I didn't have anyone experienced drive it first, because I didn't catch that there was issues with the transmission or the brakes or the gas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I didn't make that mistake this time. I basically, I told my papa, like, look, I know you're not going to fit in this thing, but I need you to make sure that everything works like it's supposed to.
Brad was a purchase. This was more of an investment.
Yes.
So if you're going to spend that kind of money,
Yeah, the Impala, I had to have a car. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
There was very limited options, and at the time, I really didn't have the funds to do anything about it. But Jareth, he is an investment.
Yeah.
And he was worth every penny. So, I got into the driver's seat, and I straight up told the guy dealing the car, I say to him, look, you have no idea how long it's been since I've driven a car that didn't buck or skip when I press the gas or brake.
I can't believe it.
And honestly and truly, the whole, the backstory about the working 80 hours a week, it's just because it was Nana. She wasn't prying, but she's a conversationalist. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you just open up to my grandmother, or to my Nana, really. She's not the type that will pry into your business.
No.
But you can't help but tell her what ails you. Some people are like that. And that was how I highly doubt that was part of the sales pitch.
She's sharp.
But yeah, she's very sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just one of those people where you can just tell her stuff and she's okay with it. She's a conversationalist.
Yeah.
I don't begrudge her that, because like I said, that whole, girlfriend who don't work, the guy's got a daughter working almost 80 hours a week just to make ends meet, trying to, get a house in Greenville, which I'm like, good luck, buddy!
Yeah, good luck.
I'm just telling you.
I got you.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Like I said, that was all Nana's doing. No, she's not prying, just, being her. So we get back to the dealership, and I'm just like, I think I want this car. It works. It's within my price range. And then I basically tell Papa, like, yeah, this'll work. And then my Papa, he gets to work. And he is ruthless. He gets about $800 knocked off that car. I ended up paying, not a lot of money for it. I mean, under 10 grand. But, enough to where I can go, yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Under 10 grand, but enough where I feel like, I actually bought a car and not put a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. Like I did with Brad.
Yeah. Poor Brad.
Yeah, Brad was a good car, but yeah.
The car hostage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. His transmission was going to give out at any point.
It was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that that irritated me about that purchase was how rough of a shape that transmission was in, because I knew if that transmission went bad, then
I would have to get a new car.
You would get a new car, because it wouldn't be worth what you paid for it.
Yep.
If you had to put a new transmission in.
Exactly.
So,
but it worked out.
It made a year, ish.
A year-ish.
Year-ish.
And it's a moot point, because now I got Jareth.
Yeah, Jareth.
And I like Jareth. Yeah, he's, the windows are tinted, so I have taken a nap in the car.
Sweet.
Well, it was mostly the day I felt really sick.
Car seat lay all the way back?
No, I went into the back seat, because that's the darkest back there.
Oh, cool.
Obviously, I had to, stuff my legs up a little, because it's not wide. But,
I've slept in a car.
Yeah, I took an hour nap in the car.
When I was in college, man, I slept in my car all the time.
Yeah, I took an hour nap in that car because this past Thursday, I felt bad.
Yeah, your body was still dealing with the recoil of that.
Yeah, apparently.
Impact.
Yeah, apparently that's the one thing I wasn't expecting, because I was sore for 3 days after the initial crash. But, by that weekend, when I got Jareth and the couple days after, I was fine. Nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking to myself, will I dance again?
Well, you drink a lot. I mean, you drink a lot. What do you drink? A gallon of water a day?
Gallon of water a day.
That has got a lot with flushing the free radicals out of your system.
Yeah, it's also got a lot with me peeing every day.
And the lactic acid, just a waste byproduct of muscle trauma.
So, so by the time I get back to dance class on Wednesday, I'm feeling fantastic. And then I had what I'm going to assume is a bacteria-spiked protein shake.
Uh-oh.
Which I still have not understood the source of.
About that. Oh, you talking about the discomfort you were having?
No. Here's the thing. The sequence of events for that is I go take 3 hours of dance, because that's just how I do.
Oh, you did 3 hours of dance.
And then after that, I had that protein shake out of that plastic bottle.
Wait a minute.
What?
You had your accident on Tuesday.
I had an accident on Tuesday.
You did the 3 hour dance on
the next Wednesday.
Yeah, 24 hours later.
No. The next week. Yeah, the next week.
Okay.
No.
You got deep tissue trauma there. I mean, you know.
So I took an entire week off from dance. I didn't do anything. Didn't go to the gym. Didn't go to dance. Nothing.
I know what you did.
Okay, you can tell me later. Because I don't want to give out too many details, even though I've already just spilled the beans entirely.
What do you know about the beans?
Everything. Watch the young ones. No, I didn't anticipate feeling drastically ill, because, see, I had the crash, I took an entire week off. So the following Wednesday, not 24 hours, the next Wednesday.
Wednesday week.
Yeah,
there you go.
I took 3 hours of dance, and then after that, I drank a protein shake out of that plastic bottle, which I need to stick with glass mason jars, honestly, because it just tastes better. Here's the thing. For the meatheads still listening, no offense. I don't say meatheads in terms of rancor unless I mean it.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Any gym rats, I know protein shakes are not supposed to taste good. Like, it's not supposed to be candy. It's not supposed to be like a nice treat sometimes.
It's supposed to be palatable, but you're not.
Palatable.
Oh my God. I've got to have 6 more of these.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that.
No, you don't. You really don't. You're just wasting protein at that point.
Pretty much.
So, here's it. Like you said, it's supposed to be palatable, but every time I've mixed a protein shake out of that plastic container, it tastes like bitter water. It doesn't matter what I do with it. I, put bananas in it, put chocolate in it, nothing. It just tastes like bitter water. And then the next morning, I'm feeling very sore. I'm feeling feverish, and it feels like something is clawing its way through my digestive system. I was in a rough shape this past Thursday because apparently I blame it on the protein shake, but at the same time I'm just like, how did I not heal from a car crash? Oh, I'm stupid.
Well, you just, 7 days later you finally moved some musculature in your body that you have not tapped into in the previous days.
Yeah, I probably should not have done that many undulations. I did a lot.
Maybe an hour.
I should not have done that many undulations, I will admit.
So, there you go.
Yeah. I'll try to take it a little bit easier this upcoming week.
Please do.
I'll tell my teacher, like, hey, apparently I still have some problems. I had no idea. I thought everything was fine, but can I just not do undulations? I don't want to do the camel. Can I just walk? Yeah, can I just walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, sooner or later I'm going to have to explain what I do I'm going to have to explain what I do at these classes, but that is not today.
Nope.
I'm tired. Ah!
Whoopsie.
Jesus! That spooked me. Alright, please don't do that again.
Sorry.
Alright, is there anything you want to add?
I would like to add that I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah, me too. That was the other thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, you walked away from an accident. You're still alive." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Thank you." I didn't come away from this thinking like I'm invincible.
Shit, please don't.
No, I didn't get egotistical about it. I'm just like,
statistically,
Jesus.
Everybody is in a based on the number of accidents. Statistically, everybody will be at least in one serious accident.
Yep.
So, I had the same thing happen to me. I totaled a car. A guy was turning. I looked the other way to pull out. I'd worked all night on third shift. He decided he wasn't going to turn, and he ripped the front of my car off, like halved it.
Poor Trans Am.
Yeah, and I walked away from it too, without a scratch. And so yeah, I mean it happens.
Mm-hmm. Don't get out of your car.
So statistically, you've had your one major car accident.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It doesn't mean that you couldn't have another. It just means that everybody gets one.
Yeah.
And technically, statistically, you have gotten yours out of the way.
Yep.
And still in good health. So.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not
grateful.
Getting. Yeah, I'm grateful. I do not want to get egotistical about it. I mean, I got Jareth, who's outside. I love Jareth.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
He's my boyfriend.
At this point, but I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. I was your host, Bel-E.
And I was your most entertaining co-host, Mr. Scratch.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Open the door. Open the door. Fuck.